It's been a great story this year. Prince Harry has supported the garden behind me. Sentebale, who, as you say, do good work for children in Lesotho in Africa, and it's been the story of the year so far.
So what's wonderful, obviously, is he's supporting a charity which is quite a fair way away from us here in London. But Chelsea, the flower show, I mean, it's famous all over the world. From where do your exhibitors come?
Yeah, we've over the decades, and as you say, this is the 100th year of the show, we've had exhibits from all over the world. This year we've got displays in the Great Pavilion from Thailand, Taiwan, South Africa. We've got gardens, a garden from Australia. This one behind me, Prince Harry's garden, Sentebale from Africa. We've had dozens and dozens of international exhibits at the show over the years.
Now, one of the things that's been, you know, a big area of interest is sustainability when it comes to horticulture. What strides are you making this year, particularly as it's the centenary, to talk about this issue and to do something about it?
Well, we're celebrating the centenary. We've collected over the last 100 years lots of memorabilia, which we've got out this year, some fabulous photographs of visitors over the years, members of the royal family, international visitors. Those pictures also show how fashions have changed over the decades. In the 30s and 40s, everybody wore a hat, which was rather nice. And some of the gardens, like M&G's garden, designed by Roger Platts, has a centenary theme. Other exhibitors are celebrating the centenary theme or having a play on the number 100.
I have to say, Stephen, we were talking about this interview earlier today in our editorial meeting, and we were thinking, well, flowers, if you have a flower from 1913, doesn't it look the same as a flower today? What makes them the older ones, what makes the older ones different to the new ones?
Well, we, as organisers, we set the stage, so the content of the show comes from the exhibitors, and to some extent we look ahead and we initiate new changes, we spot new trends and promote them. But the show is a great mixture of the very traditional cottage gardens in England, very cutting-edge, futuristic, very imaginative, very creative gardens with lots of steel and glass in them, and everything in between. So there's something for everybody. It's a show of real inspiration. If you're interested in plants, and particularly in gardens, there's something here for you.
Well, who isn't? It's all for us to enjoy, all of us, from all walks of life. I know that you can't... I know that you have to be quite diplomatic about the answer to this question, but what in particular this year are you really excited about in terms of exhibits?
As the show's director for the RHS, I get into terrible trouble if I have favourites, but if I can be generic about it, I love the show gardens. They're the real headline grabbers, like this one behind me. In total we have about 40 gardens, about 17 of them these big-scale, full-size show gardens. There's about 100 exhibits in the Great Pavilion from experts in every kind of plant, flower, fruit and vegetable you can imagine. This is a show about plants, about garden products and about gardening people.